I live inside a bubble while living in Charlotte, North Carolina. And inside my bubble, I'm comfortable here. This is my comfort zone. I have everything that I want and need, And the only concerns that I have is for my family and I. That's it. Anything outside of the bubble is, optional. And this is the reason why I'm able to cope with things the way that I am. Because I know that at the end of the day, I'm only one man. And one man cannot change the world, let alone change one person. You understand? And I'm not gonna lie, every now and then I tend to venture outside of my comfort zone, or rather my bubble, and just see what's going on, out there in the big old world. And the last time I did that, man, I had some regrets. I ventured out and I started doing research on the whole Chicago culture, the gun culture, you know what I'm saying? And this whole beef with the GDs and the BDs, and then they have like little gangs that's, in those areas that, have branched off, formed their own little thing. And it's crazy because it's nothing but a bunch of young kids that's out there in Chicago shooting and killing each other. I mean, young kids from the ages of 13 all the way up to about 27. Now, some of you all may say, well, between 18 and 27, you all would consider them as young adults, but I don't. As long as you're young-minded, to me, you're a child. You understand? And this is something that's not exclusive to Chicago. This is going on in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Jacksonville, Florida, where you have these two rappers that are rapping against each other. It's rap beef. Young and Ace and Foolio. And both of them are rapping about dead people. And I could just go on and on and on with, just black culture and what we're going through as a black race. And then outside of that, dealing with the C-19 and, just some of everything. It makes you almost go crazy. And that's the reason why, I get out of my bubble and I find out what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And then I get the fuck back in my bubble. This is my coping mechanism. Because if I don't stay inside my bubble and I take on the ills in life of life, man, I'm liable to hurt myself, let alone hurt someone else. And I encourage you all to stay inside your bubble, to stay inside that comfort zone that you have, and not feel ashamed or embarrassed. When you tell someone, I only care about myself, my family, and I, and I'm secure, I'm good. And I know most of you all are gonna say, that's selfish, and that we need to help one another. We're humans, and we need to do some type of humanitarian work. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. The reason why I say it's kind of true is because at the end of the day, you can get hurt doing some type of humanitarian work. Why not play it safe? Because at the end of the day, the government's supposed to help the people out. This is what we have a government for. This is the reason why we have a president of the United States, Congress, the House of Representatives, Senators. It's the reason why we have government officials. They're supposed to help the people. They're supposed to govern over the people and make sure that the people are kept safe. They're supposed to have some type of concern for our well-being. And at the end of the day, I'm not going on no damn vigilante path on trying to save people. that may, while in the process of me saving these people, may turn around and try to harm me. That's crazy to me. I've lived that life and I refuse to live it ever again. And I know, some of you are just going to say this too. That, well, Langston, how are you living in your bubble and you have 2 YouTube channels and you talk about this and talk about that and da. But that's all I do is this. That's it. I'll let you know what's going on. But at the end of the day, once I turn this off, it's off. Period. Because I refuse to allow anything or any one person to affect my bubble. It took me a while to build this bubble up. It took a physical strain, mental strain on me in order to build this bubble up. And I refuse for anyone to come inside my bubble and pop it. Period. I protect my bubble. I protect those that are inside my bubble. And that's my immediate family. Can't be concerned about anyone else's. That plain and simple. Because the minute that I'm concerned about someone else's family and what they're doing is the minute I take my eye off of mine. And you'd be surprised, man, if you were inside my bubble, how I live. And I can honestly tell you, I don't really know what it's like to live in North Carolina. The reason why I say that is because I've created my own bubble. That means that I'm able to get the food that I need to get, need to get. I'm able to get the information, the knowledge that I want and need to get. I have everything at my hand. At hand. Everything that I want and need. And when I move, I'm going to create another bubble elsewhere. And it's going to be the same thing. The same thing. Some of you all may sit back and say, well, if you were inside my bubble, man, I couldn't live like that and and this and that and so forth. Yeah, you're right. You couldn't live the way that I live. I couldn't live the way that you live. I overheard this conversation in the sauna today, right? At the YMCA. It's 2 white guys, right? And they were talking about hip replacements. You know what I'm saying? Like they were they're about to get surgery, right? And they're gonna get both of their hips replaced. And one of them already has a hip replacement already. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're gonna renew it. I don't know. At the end of the day, they were talking about hip replacement and how when it gets cold it affects them and blah 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 blah. And they kept on going on and on and on. And this is not the first time I ever heard of any type of health issues inside the YMCA. Specifically in the men's locker room, and the sauna, the steam room, in the hot tub, right? And I was sitting back saying to myself, man, there's no way in the hell I could live like that. No way. In my bubble, I have to maintain optimum health. Straight up. I have children. I have to make sure that I play with them. I'm able to run and play with them. You understand? And I'm assuming, most men don't talk about that. That's a best kept secret. I'm assuming that a lot of these men that have a lot of problems, whether it's their leg, their arm, arthritis, colon cancer, prostate cancer, the list goes on. I assume that these same men more than likely have testosterone problems, meaning that their testosterone levels are down. And you know what that means? When your testosterone levels are down, you can't get your dick up. I can't live in that type of bubble. Because a female that I deal with requires for me to have my shit rock hard. And that's the point that I'm trying to make to you all. Don't you understand where I'm coming from? No way. In my bubble, I can't be a deadbeat dad. My children need me. In my bubble, I can't play political games and choose the donkey or the goddamn elephant in order to have some type of security or comfort, like as if the government really gonna take care of me. In my bubble, I can't afford for no goddamn jackass and an elephant to take care of me. I can't afford for the red or the blue to take care of me. And for those that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, the Republicans and the Democrats. I can't afford to be a materialistic person, buying all types of Versace's and Ralph Lauren and this and that. I can't afford to sit and look at TV and see that Jay-Z has got this whatever shit he got, and now he on Instagram, but then he deleted his Instagram page. I can't afford that shit. I can't afford the time, you know what I'm saying, to sit down and listen to that shit and be concerned about everybody's affairs and shit like that. I'm not into pop culture. I don't give a fuck about what Jay-Z, Beyonce, or any of these motherfuckers are doing. Because I live in my own little bubble. And I could care less what any and everybody is doing, with the exception of what's going on inside my bubble. If you want to rely on your local government, you want to rely on the president, sleepy vote Joe Biden, that's on you. Don't put your shit on me. I can't afford to sit down and pray to a God that I've never seen before, let alone heard. I can't. I gotta get out there and make shit happen. Because my children deal with logics. And at the end of the day, I can't tell my children that God will provide when it's time to eat dinner. Now I gotta get out there and get that fucking food. Because they know, hey, listen, at 6 o'clock it's time to eat. And they ain't trying to hear shit else. They ain't trying to hear that Jesus is he's on his way. Oh God. That plain and simple. And some people may sit back and say, why you live in your bubble? Why you do this? Why you do that? And blah, 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 and this and that and so forth. Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. And the crazy thing about it is people are steadily talking about why I do this and that. Steadily chastising, and about me and my life, my family and all the rest of that shit. And you know what? I am not even the least concerned about what the fuck you doing. Straight up. There's a lot of people that make comments in the comment section of my videos. And truth be told, I never took the time out to go to your channel, let alone hardly read anything. Like you some of you all write these big ass paragraphs, and I'm like, man, after 3 words, I'm done. Period. I'm like, really, if I see any type of hatred or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'm done. Like, I'm going straight. The only reason why I'm going to your channel, you know what I'm saying, is to block you. That's it. I'm not even responding to your shit. I just don't want to see it. I block everything out. Because anything that I don't have a need for, then it gets blocked. Out of sight, out of mind. Get out of here. Can someone enter into my bubble? No. I got associates. I got people that I talk to. We laugh, have a good time. You understand? But for the most part, no. Because at the end of the day, I just don't trust people. And at this point in time, people are just the least favorable in my life. Like, I'd rather for a Martian to come out of space and, descend and say, hey, I'm from Pluto. Would you want to be friends? I'd take a chance with that motherfucker than an average human being. Straight up. Even a motherfucker that look like me. I'll risk it. I'll rather take my chance to fuck with somebody that's from Pluto than someone that looks like me. Straight up. I don't care too much about people or for people. And it is how can I put it? It's not like I started out that way. It's, you know, I was forced to be this way. Understand? You can't care about people in a society that doesn't give a damn about people. Doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, they giving out all these incentives and shit, you know? If you get the shot. And it's like, it dawned on me, like the other day, like, damn, y'all giving out all of this shit, you know, free food, beer, and, you know, this one place is offering free weed, you know what I'm saying? Alcohol, all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? Where the fuck were y'all at prior to COVID? And the present and after, like, where y'all at? Like, you do realize that there are homeless people that are hungry. They ain't got no fucking money. Where were y'all at then? And now? Like, y'all could give out all these gift cards and all the rest of this shit. Where y'all? I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Like, it's people that are homeless right now. Skid Row ain't changed. You go down Skid Row, it's the same fucking Skid Row. Matter of fact, it has changed because C-19 has wreaked havoc down there too. All the black folks that's in Atlanta that's homeless, that live behind Grady Hospital, or under Highway 85, or around Edgewood Avenue. Come on. Shit, they're about to close Charlotte Mecklenburg, Ladaiberry, the main branch in Uptown, because they're gonna remodel this shit. You know how many motherfuckers in there that just, you know how many people, homeless people that in that area that have to vacate now? Because, like, in the mornings, the homeless people, they go inside the bathrooms, they wash up and they do all of that shit. Like, where are the incentives for people that are homeless? But I can't. And I refuse to think about that shit like that. Because it's going to affect my bubble. This shit is affecting my bubble right now. And you may say I'm heartless and I'm cold-blooded. But how many motherfucking wealthy people think the opposite of me? Shit, it's more wealthy people that just don't give a fuck. They won't even talk about it. They won't even talk about their bubble that they live in. They won't even admit it. You're not worth the conversation of the one word sentence. Do you want to talk? No. You're not even worth the no. Like, the answer, no. Do you want to talk about the no. Done with the interview. Yo, people are not going to change. The world's going to continue. Society is going to continue to be just what it is. And the only thing that I could do is make this hell somewhat of a heaven. And by making this hell somewhat of a heaven, I have to maintain some type of sanity. And in maintaining some type of sanity, you have to have somewhat of control. And this is my way of controlling what little I can in my life. And I'm not willing to fold, change, rethink this whole thing out it is what it is, and I will continue to live in this bubble for the rest of my life. And if you all live in a bubble like I do, continue to do great work. Uplift you and yours. And then possibly society will look at us, and say, maybe we should change overall. Or they just may say fuck it and continue to do the type of fuckery that they're doing now. Either way, it's definitely not going to affect me, my family, and I. We're going to continue to live in a bubble. And I'm going to live a good life. Straight up. For what little that I can control. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Peace.